This is going to be a slow flow, power flow, that's appropriate for all levels. So if you're at the beginning stages, just do the modifications, make it work for you, and don't worry about it if there's something in this that you're not able to do. Just do the best you can, let that be enough. Come into a comfortable seated position and rest your hands on your legs. Close your eyes and roll your shoulders back. And then bring your attention to the base of your spine. And as you inhale, follow the breath all the way up from the base of your spine through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. And do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders. And inhale. And exhale, relax the shoulders. With your eyes closed, inhale and turn your head to the right. Exhale back to center. Inhale, turn your head to the left. Exhale back to center. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale back to center. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale back to center. Inhale, turn the head to the right. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look left. Exhale back to center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look down. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look right. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look left. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look up. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look down. Exhale back to center. Quietly open up your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms together and then press your elbows together. Bring your hands underneath your chin. And as you inhale, lift up your elbows as high as you can to really feel a good stretch on the bottoms of the hands. Exhale, press your elbows together. Let your head go back. Inhale, come back to center. Keep the elbows together. And then lift the elbows as high as you can until you feel a good stretch. Exhale, press the elbows together. Let your head go back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, press the elbows out in front. Let your head go back. Inhale, back to center. And exhale fully. Inhale, lift your arms. And as you exhale, send your right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Little mini twist here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, interlace the fingers, bring the chin to the chest, let the elbows come in. Gentle stretch across the back of the neck. And as you inhale, gently release. Come forward onto all fours. Wrist, elbows, and shoulders in one long line. Curl your toes and press the big toe mounds into the ground. Knees underneath your hips. And as you inhale, lift your head, lift your tailbone, look up. Exhale, press the mat away, round your upper back. As you inhale, take your chest to the right. So the right side body to the right. Exhale, chest down towards the ground. Hollow back. Inhale, left side body to the left. Exhale, press the mat away, around your upper back. Inhale, right side body to the right. Exhale, chest to the ground. Inhale, left side body to the left. Exhale, round the back. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Left side body to the left. Lower the chest, hollow back. Inhale, right side body to the right. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, left to the left. Chest to the ground. Right to the right. Round the back. On your next inhale, come to a flat back. Extend your right arm and left leg. Inhale, bend the elbow towards the knee. Let them touch. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend the left leg. Reach back and grab hold from the inside arch and lift. Breathe into the chest. Breathe into the left hip flexor. Exhale, get long. And hold. Inhale, come back to center. Shift to the other side. Curl your left toes, extend out of the right leg, extend out of the left arm. Get as long as you possibly can. And then bring the knee and the elbow to touch. Inhale, get long. And then bend the knee, reach back, grab hold, and lift. Breathe into any areas of tightness. Exhale, gently release and get long. Come back to center. Curl the toes and press back into child's pose. So as you reach your arms forward, press into your hands until you feel a good stretch across the bottoms of the feet. And then as you inhale, round forward with your back and bring your hips forward as if you're in a push-up position on your knees. Elbows stay back behind you as you slowly, slowly, slowly come all the way down. Let the chin come down, and as you inhale, peel the chest up off the mat, look out in front. Use your back body strength together. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Lift up. Exhale, lower down. Curl your toes, press back into child's pose. Press into your hands until you feel a good stretch in the bottoms of your feet, and then round forward. Coming into push-up pose on your knees. Elbows stay back behind you. Strong arms, strong arms. Bring your arms so strong. Your elbows are magnetized. Slowly come all the way down. Then spider your fingers off the mat, elbows up to the sky. Just the fingertips on the ground. And as you inhale, peel up. Look ahead. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, peel up, look out over your right shoulder with your left eye. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, peel up, look out over left shoulder with right eye. Gently release. Inhale, hands underneath the chest, underneath the shoulders, elbows back behind you. Curl your toes and lift your knees. Activate your core so your back is strong and gently push up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, molt forward. Curl your toes, lift your knees. Reverse push up, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, push up. Downward facing dog. And settle in. So it's your first real downward dog of the day. So bend your knees. Make any small movements you need to. Give yourself permission to kind of do a little dance to warm up here. And then when you begin to feel really good and feel comfortable, come into stillness. And check your alignment. So you want to invite your heels down to the ground, but if they don't get there, just bend your knees and lift your hips and keep pressing the mat away and keep pressing the heels down so you're like trying so hard to straighten the hamstrings. Spin the inner thighs up towards the sky. The head is heavy, no tension in the neck. Continue to press the mat away. You're pushing into your fingertips and the mounds of the fingers, the bases of the fingers. And on your next inhale, lift your right leg high. Spread the toes. And then point your toes to face down to the ground. So you're going to close that hip if it's opened. Spin the inner right thigh up towards the sky. And as you inhale, come forward into three-legged plank. And then take the right knee to the right armpit and lower it down to the wrist and pop it back up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up for high lunge. Exhale your hands to your heart. Press your thumbs, the tips of your thumbs into your chest. And as you inhale, lift your heart, look up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Step back for three-legged plank. We'll go into a three-legged push-up. Take three-legged downward facing dog. And then step back into regular downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, settle into three-legged dog with your toes, left toes pointed down to the ground, inner left thigh spinning up to the sky. So you're lowering that hip. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrists, three-legged plank. Take left knee to left armpit, lower it down, pop it up. Three-legged dog. And step forward, high lunge. Rise up. And as you exhale, settle in, hands to the heart. Thumbs to the chest, inhale, lift up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands come down. Three-legged plank. We'll do a push-up. Downward dog, three-legged downward dog, and then regular downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders over wrists, knees hover on the ground, hover over the ground. Inhale, lift up, downward facing dog. Then come forward, shoulders over wrists, knees hover over the ground. Lift up. Come forward, shoulders over wrist, knees hover over the ground. Lift up. Inhale, come onto the toes, bend the knees, look ahead, quietly jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close your eyes, take a second to reconnect with your breath. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, melt forward, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway lift. Beginners will bend the knees and bring the hands to the shins every time we halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop, or jump to plank pose. On your next inhale, take the right knee to the left elbow and touch, and then step back for plank. Left knee to right elbow, touch, step back for plank. One more time each side. And then go right into downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, spread the toes. Exhale, step forward to the front of the mat, and then come up onto your fingertips. Spine is long, chest is long, and open, and then come forward with your fingertips. And on your next inhale, pick the back leg up. Then send the right arm out in front and to the right. So it's like underneath your right shoulder, but to the right. And on your next inhale, we're going to stack the hips, press out of the bottoms of the feet, and lift the left arm. Now, if you're a beginner, you may need to use a block underneath your right hand. I'm going to open up the chest here. Imagine that the shoulders are stacked, half moon pose. Option is stay here or grab the foot. Whatever works for you, do that. And on your next inhale, we're going to Slowly bend the front leg and step back for warrior two. So go slow. See if you can land softly. And on your next inhale, look back at your left foot, making sure the outer edge of the left foot is parallel with the short edge of your mat. Look at over your right middle finger, and as you inhale, lift your right arm. As you exhale, bring the right forearm down to your right thigh, and lift your left arm by your left ear. Look up at the thumb. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. Three-legged plank. Go through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, spread the toes. Exhale, step forward to the front of the mat. Come onto your fingertips. Spider your fingers forward, back is long, chest is broad, and then begin to come up off that back leg. The left hand comes out in front and slightly to the left, and then begin to stack your hips. Press out of the bottom of the right foot and lift the right arm. Imagining that the shoulders are stacked. And keeping the left fingertips on the ground, beginners will use a yoga block underneath. Option to grab the foot if you like, or stay where you are. When you're ready, begin to bend the front leg and slowly step back into warrior two. Outer edge of the right foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, look out over the left middle finger. As you inhale, lift the left arm, look up, breathe into the left side body. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Right arm by right ear. Look at the right thumb. As you inhale, rise up. As you exhale, windmill the arms. Three-legged plank. Move through your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale onto the toes and bend the knees. Quietly hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart and close your eyes. Take a second to reconnect with your breath. Inhale, open up your eyes, look out in front of you. Find one place that's not moving and lift your right leg. Right toes point up to the sky, try not to lean back, lift a little higher. Use your core strength, use your hip flexor strength, spread the toes. As you inhale, come forward into warrior three. Inner right thigh spins up towards the sky, right toes point down to the ground. Little micro bend in the standing leg. Press out of the bottom of the right foot. Make your back long and strong. On your next inhale, begin to bend the left leg and the right leg, slowly coming down into seated spinal twist. Bring the left hand behind you, right arm up overhead. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Look out over your left shoulder with your right eye. Initiate your twist at the navel. And as you inhale, lift the right arm and begin to windmill the arms down to the right side of your mat. And as you do this, we're coming into a wide leg forward fold. So the toes are slightly pigeon-toed, and we want to bring the hands in line with the toes. And as you inhale, make your arms long, look ahead. And as you exhale, bend the elbows 90 degrees, straight back behind you, look straight down, as if you want to kiss the mat. Beginners will have a little bit of a bend in the legs, but visualize your hip joints over your ankle joints. And then it doesn't really matter how much you bend your legs because you'll be in really good alignment. You want to keep straightening, of course, but if you're not straight, no worries. As you inhale, long arms, look ahead. As you exhale, bend your knees, round your back, rise up. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, come into high lunge. And then as you exhale, bring both hands down to the ground. Bend your back knee and step forward to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Find one place to look in front of you that's not moving. And then lift your left leg. Try not to lean back, spread the left toes. Inner thigh point is spinning up to the sky. Use your core strength, use your hip flexor strength, and then when you're ready, come into warrior three. Get as long as you possibly can, little micro bend in the standing leg. And then when you're ready, begin to bend both legs, come into seated spinal twist. Lift the left arm, right hand back behind you. Look up, and as you exhale, hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and begin to look out over your right shoulder with your left eye. Draw shoulder blades toward one another, chest is broad. Then when you're ready, lift the left arm and bring the hands down to the ground and come into your wide leg forward fold. Toes are slightly pigeon-toed, and from here, we're going to bend the knees a lot and bring the hands back behind us and press the palms together. If this doesn't work for you, just grab opposite forearms. Otherwise, straighten your legs first if you can, or straighten them as much as you can. And then exhale, melt forward. And then when you can't go forward anymore, then begin to bring your arms back. Press your palms together. Lift your shoulders away from your ears. Visualize the hips in line with the ankles. Breathe. Inhale, bring the hands to the low back. Release the hands, take the hands to the hips, round the back, around all the way up. Come into high lunge with the right leg forward. Lift your arms overhead. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the ground. Bend your back knee. And use your core strength to step to the front of the mat quietly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, bring the arms out in front, and exhale, plug the arms into the body. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, slowly come down for 20, 19, 18. Squeeze the legs together. 14, 13, 12, 11, halfway. 9, 8, stay high off the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, bring your hands to your heart. If your knees allow, your knees are healthy, bounce. Bring the arms out in front, plug the arms into the body. Press through the bottoms of the feet. Squeeze your legs together, begin to lift slowly. We're going to come all the way up for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, halfway. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stand. Good job. Inhale. Open up the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Feet are 45 degrees. Arms out in front. Plug the arms into the body. Inhale. Rise up off the heels. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Come down slowly for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Malasana pose. Beginners, stay off the heels. If you have a little bit more flexibility, you can come down onto the bottoms of the feet. Press the hands together. Press shoulder blades toward one another. Open up the chest. Press the elbows into the knees. Breathe here. As you inhale, bring the hands down out in front, shoulder distance. Spread the fingers. Lift the hips, look out in front of you, about 3 feet on the ground. Perch the knees on the arms. Lean forward, lean forward, lean forward. Lift one leg, maybe lift the other leg. And then imagine that your back is rounding, so pull up and round. Exhale, slowly come down back into Malasana pose. Hands to the heart. Open up the chest. On your next inhale, bring the hands down shoulder distance. Lift the hips up, forward fold. Bring the toes to face forward, a little bend in the knee. Grab opposite elbows. Ragdoll pose, let the head hang heavy. Let the whole upper body melt over the thighs. And as you inhale, bend the knees. Keep the hands where they are. Lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let the arms drop with a thud. And then find your way into plank pose. Once you get there, come on to your forearms, elbows underneath the shoulders. Then bring the right hand where the elbow is to replace the elbow and come back into plank pose. Then bring the left elbow where the hand was, come into plank on the forearms. Bring the right hand where the right elbow was to come into plank. Left elbow to replace left hand. Hold here. Come down onto your knees. Take child's pose. As you inhale, round forward onto all fours. As you exhale, curl your toes and lift up for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. And bend your knees and round all the way up. And when you get there, lift your arms up overhead, interlace the fingers and release the index fingers. Big step forward with the right foot. Come up onto the left toes. Then send the upper body forward to make the capital letter T. Inhale, step back. Then release the arms, but keep your legs where they are. Turn the left foot out just the tiniest bit. And then take the right foot out to the right. Bring your hands to your hips so you know that your hips are facing forward. Left arm out in front. Then bring your right hand to your sacrum. And inhale, get tall. Exhale, come forward. And then bring the left hand down to the ground. Beginners may need to have a yoga block underneath them. As you inhale, roll your right shoulder up to the sky and then try to keep your hips even. So use your hand to make sure that your hips stay even. And decide whether you'll stay there or whether you'll lift your right arm. Bring the right hand down to the ground, down to your sacrum, and then rise up and step back. With the feet together, inhale and lift the arms. Interlace your fingers the way that feels weird and release the index fingers. Take a big step forward with the left foot. And then on your next inhale, rise up off the right heel. As you inhale, come forward, get as long as you can from your fingers to your toes. Little bend in the front leg, micro bend, to protect the hamstring. Gently release, step back. Release the hands and take a look at the right foot. Right foot out about 45 degrees, then shimmy the left foot to the left. Hips are facing forward. Inhale, reach the right arm out in front, and then plug the arm into the body. Left hand comes to the low back. Take a deep breath in, get tall. Exhale, reach forward with a flat back and lower down with the right hand. Beginners will probably need to have a yoga block underneath the hand. As you inhale, rotate your left shoulder so it's going up towards the sky, and then decide whether you will stay there or lift the left arm. You just want to make sure that your hips stay even. Bring the left hand to the left sacrum, left hand to the sacrum, and then rise up. Bend your leg and step back. Shake it out. As you inhale, lift your arms, look up. As you exhale, forward fold, walk out to plank pose. On your next inhale, step your right foot off the mat and back to center. Left foot off the mat, back to center. Inhale, downward facing dog. Step your feet up the mat a couple of inches just to clarify your foundation. Settle in here. We're going to be here for 5 deep breaths. Inhale onto the toes and bend the knees. Quietly hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to sit down. And then extend your legs. Decide whether you'll keep a bend in the legs here in Navasana with the shins parallel to the ground, or if you'll extend fully. Lift your heart, draw your shoulder blades toward one another. And then lower down your legs slightly. If your legs are bent, just lower your feet down slightly and lift. Lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. Take the legs, the feet down to the ground. Feet are together, knees are together. Hands to the tops of the shins. As you inhale, open up the knees, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, press the knees together, long arms. Lower the chin to the chest. Inhale, come forward. Open up the knees, pull the heart forward, look up. Exhale, press the knees together, long arms, chin to chest. Inhale, pull forward, open up the knees. Exhale, press the knees together, long arms. Inhale, rise up. Extend your legs out in front of you and remove the flesh from underneath. On your next inhale, bend your right leg and bring the heel, the right heel, in line with the head of the femur. Then bring the right arm to the inside and make the arm parallel to the ground. Thumb points down. As you inhale, get long. As you exhale, come forward. And then slowly begin to wrap the arm around the leg and bind. Beginners may need to have a yoga strap to have the hands meet. Try to keep the shoulders even, and as you inhale, look towards your foot. And as you exhale, come forward, intending for the belly and the left thigh to meet. Try to find a little bit of movement with each inhale and each exhale. And when you're ready, gently release. Interlace your fingers underneath the right foot. And then begin to extend the leg. Doesn't really matter how straight the leg gets or how high the leg gets. We just want to straighten until you feel a good stretch in the back of the leg. Maybe see if you can begin to engage the arms by bending at the elbows. Lift the heart. Try not to have your back rounded. Spread the toes. And then gently release. Bend the left leg and bring the left heel in line with the head of the femur. Left arm to the inside, thumb points down. Deep breath in, grow tall. Exhale, come forward. Wrap the arm around the leg and bind. Beginners may need to use a strap here. Spread the toes, take a deep breath in. See if you can bring your shoulders even, and then come forward, gazing towards your foot. So it's really about finding length in the low back rather than it is about getting the head down to the knee. The head down to the knee is not important. As you inhale, rise up. Interlace the fingers underneath the left foot. Lift the heart, and press out of the bottom of the foot. Doesn't matter how straight you come. Just try to find a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Spread the toes. And then gently release. From here, we're going to bring the bottoms of the feet to touch in cobbler's pose. The knees open up. Take the thumbs into the arches of the foot. And then inhale, grow tall. Exhale, come forward with the heart, keeping the chest open, and peel the feet open like a book. I'm so excited about this pose because I recently sprained my ankle. Okay, it wasn't that recent. It was in April. And I haven't been able to do this pose for months because of my ankle, but finally I think it's getting better. So as you're doing this, you want to think about your knees and imagine that they have like hands growing out of them. You want to reach through your knees to open up the inner thighs even more. And you want to pull open the feet so that the bottoms of the feet maybe come down to the tops. The tops of the feet come to the mat. One day they lie completely flat, and then the bottoms of your feet are like pointing up towards your face. With each exhale, you want to try to find length and movement. So you're coming forward, coming forward, coming forward with each exhale. And then as you inhale, long arms. Exhale, hands underneath the knees. Draw the knees together. Inhale, lift the feet up and slide your hands underneath. Slide your hands underneath so much so that the toes touch the wrists, and then press your feet into the hands. And lower your chin to your chest. Breathe into your upper back. On your next inhale, extend your right leg and cross your left foot over your right thigh. Take the right hand to the hip, so it's right in line with the right hip. Then bring your right hand, so your fingers are pointed to your right. Like if you're facing forward, your fingers are pointed to your right. Then take the hand out in front, and to the right. Bring your left arm in front of your left shin and grab hold either of your right shin or your right foot, depending on your flexibility. Your entire left foot needs to stay on the ground. The toes are pointed out about 45 degrees. As you inhale, just rock and roll to lift up. So just rock and roll, lift up. To do that, you need to press into this foot. Don't overthink it. Just press into the foot and lift. Press into the foot and lift. If you're able to come up, then lower down with your elbow at about 90 degrees. Open up your chest, press out of the bottom of the right foot. Good job. This is baby grasshopper pose. Gently release. We'll do it on the other side. Extend your left leg and then cross your right foot over the left thigh. Left hand in line with your hip. Your fingers are pointed out to the left. And then take the hand away from you into the left. Bring your right arm in front of your right shin. The entire right foot must be on the ground, toes pointed out 45 degrees. Grab hold of the left shin or the bottom of the foot. Don't think anything, just press into the foot, rock and roll, get up. I think the biggest problem I come across with people doing this is they overthink it. So it's just a matter of rocking and rolling and standing up. If you're able to get up, lower down with the left arm. Keep the chest open. Press out of the bottom of the left foot. Spread the toes. Baby grasshopper. Gently release. It's a really good arm balance to practice. Building up some strength because you'll feel it in here once you're up. From here, let's extend the legs. Remove the flesh from underneath. And then bring your hands down to your shins or over tops of your feet, whatever feels best for you. Inhale, get long. Exhale, see if you can come forward and bring the belly down to the thighs. Keep your gaze out in front, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Draw your shoulder blades toward one another to keep your chest broad and open. As you inhale, rise up, long arms. Exhale, gently release. And come to lay down. From here, bend your knees if they're not already. Bring the arms up overhead. And then press into your feet until you feel your pelvis tilt back so your low back is glued to the mat. And then release. And then press into your feet until you feel your pelvis tilt back and the low back is glued to the mat. From here, lift both legs up and pull the knees into the chest. Tuck your chin. Then gently release the legs and cross the right leg over the left. Reach up and grab hold wherever you can. Maybe that's the bottoms of the shins. Maybe it's the outsides of the feet. Wherever you are, you want to pull your legs in towards your chest, and you should feel a good stretch across the right IT band. So this is a really excellent stretch for runners. When you're ready, gently release, and we'll cross the other way. So if you're not feeling anything, you may need to open up your legs. Like if they're too too much like this, you may need to lift the right foot up. The other trick is to flex your feet and spread the toes. And that may help you to feel it if you're not feeling it just yet. Gently release and unravel the legs. Bring the legs up to the sky and grab hold of your big toes. If you need to bend your legs, that's fine. You just want to keep pressing out of the bottoms of the feet until you can get your legs as straight as possible. And if you're straight as possible, it looks like that, that's fine. As long as you continue to press through the bottoms of your feet and you're feeling like you're really working this part of your leg, then you're fine. Because eventually, with practice, it will come. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull your legs towards you and lift the head and upper back off the mat. Gently release and extend your legs. On your next inhale, open up your arms so they're T-shaped, or you can cactus your arms if you need a deeper stretch in the chest. Bend your left leg and cross your left leg over your right leg, and bend your right leg too, actually. And then from here, we're going to take the knees over to the right, then take your right hand on top of the left knee and look out over your left shoulder. As you inhale, come back to center. We'll cross the right leg over the left, and then take the knees over to the left hand to the right knee. Look out over your right shoulder with your left eye. On your next inhale, gently release. Come back to center. You're going to heel toe your feet off the mat and bring your knees in to rest on each other. Your arms can come up overhead, or they can be on your belly. Go ahead and close your eyes. Then on your next inhale, gently release, and we're going to keep the feet where they are, but take the knees to the right. So your right knee will be off the mat, your left knee will be almost where your right foot is. And letting the legs be really heavy here, you should feel a good stretch across the top of the left quadricep. As you inhale, come back to center. Keep the feet right where they are and take the knees over to the left. Scan through your body from your fingertips to your toes, just to see where you can let go more. Where are you still holding on to tension? Where can you let go? And your next inhale, come back to center. And then we'll extend the legs for a final shavasana. Hands can be off the mat, palms facing up, or one hand to the heart, one hand to the stomach. Go ahead and close your eyes. And then you can let go of your breathing, let your breath just come naturally. Close the mouth and part the teeth. And let the tongue sink to the bottom of the mouth. Bring your attention to your feet and notice that your feet are so heavy and there's no effort involved. You're totally relaxed. Your entire body is totally relaxed and fully supported by the mat beneath you. Let your body just sink into the mat as we come into final shavasana, letting the body absorb all the good things we just did. On your next inhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then slowly roll over onto your right side. And on your next inhale, find your way into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. And just take a moment to acknowledge your practice, to feel thankful for your health and your commitment to practice yoga today. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.